Albert Einstein, considered one of the most intelligent people to walk the planet, said, if you judge a fish's intelligence by its ability to climb a tree, it'll spend its entire life believing that it is stupid. This is exactly what we do with the standardized testing. With the standardized testing, we take kids where maybe they excel in hands-on activity, and I mean that's where they learn. And we put them in a situation where they have to sit in a classroom and they have to have information thrown at them. They have to memorize it and then regurgitate it onto a piece of paper without applying any of their skills. And this is experience that I have had happen because I do not do schooling well. I've never done schooling well. I don't do testing well. And so all through high school, I usually got C's, and that was considered good. And then I started a 2-year program at Glen Oak High School where we did hands-on for the whole 2 years of the program. Where for our finals we would get handed a slip of paper where we would go off with a partner and we would have to identify and explain the functions of the different muscle groupings and individual muscles in the body and how we would test them and treat them. And with these tests I was able to get A's, and so then it bumped my GPA up because for my last 2 years I got 3 A's per class. And so this is the type of thing that we need to start implementing, because standardized testing, it does not work for everybody. It just doesn't. So we can see in the picture, there is a marker, a construction pencil, a pen, a traditional pencil, a crayon, a coloring pencil, paintbrush, and an ink pen. And the sharpener only works for the traditional pencil. And I mean, this is a very similar way that we tend to approach schooling, where we have one way that we want to do it, and we want everybody to fit into this one pattern so that we can heighten our scores. And it just doesn't work because we can't measure everybody's success. Because everybody is brilliant in one thing, and they can do one thing extremely well, but if we do not allow them to do what they need to excel in that, then it's not going to go well for them. With that, it causes a lot of damage to students with bad competition that we can see in the schools, because lately all the schools have really been out to do is heighten their scores. You can see they keep pushing back more and more the gen ed, and they're pushing students earlier and earlier to take harder and harder classes, and it's this method of sit down, lecture, memorize, and regurgitate the information rather than doing things with their hands so that they can apply it. And this impacts mental health, because when students do the same thing day in, day out, if they're not doing well at it, they're going to get anxious, they're going to get down on themselves, and they're not going to perform well. They're not going to like what they're doing, and it's not going to be a good ride for them, and they're going to be turned away from education. And with that comes a limited view of success. With the limited view of success, all the students see is the test scores, because that's all the schools are seeing. They're not sitting back and trying to find what can make them happy and what can move them forward in society. They're just seeing, okay, this is the method that I need to use to get this result, and this method doesn't work for me, so I cannot obtain this result. And it just kind of, it hammers in that idea of, I'm not able to succeed here, and I can really damage health. And we really do owe it to the students to better their education, to allow them to succeed and to find fulfillment. Because at the end of the day, you need to go through school to be successful, or at least that's the trend that you see. You need to go through at least high school. And if students are spending a large amount of their time and of their lives going through the motions of something they don't like doing and they're not good at doing, then I mean, it's not going to turn out well. So what we need to do is focus on filling their life toolbox. And this is something that I found while I was doing some research. There's lifetoolbox.net, where what they do is they research and find ways to supply students with life skills and life goals that can allow them to succeed. And so with this life toolbox, when we put students through the same exact style of teaching for their entire education, they have one tool that works for one situation, and that's all they know how to apply. And they can't really fix some of the harder problems when that's the only thing they know how to apply. Like when you follow your dad around the house and you're fixing the lights, or you're replumbing or anything. Those are skills that you can pick up and add to your toolbox, so that later down the line when you have those problems come up, you're like, okay, I know what to do here, so I can pull this out and I can apply this, and that's how I do it. So the critical thinking and the problem solving and the creativity are things that people are missing out on because of the style of education that we use. And so we really need to strive for fulfillment rather than test scores, where we're helping students find something that makes them happy, something that they enjoy doing, in a way that they can do it and be successful. When we just sit back and we're like, okay, here you go, good luck, you gotta figure it out using one thing. It's not gonna work. And so we need to stop judging fish's intelligence by their ability to climb trees. Thank you.